there, welcome to the ClearVoice Questionnaire with VP of Engineering, Mike Bernardez. All right, Mike, are you ready?
I hope so.
All right. Question number one, what is the most used app on your phone?
That would be the New York Times Games app, NYT Games, I suppose.
Same, we do them all every day. Okay.
Okay, it replaced TikTok basically as my go-to
Oh,
app
that's
to like kill
that's a
time.
way better. It's a much
Yeah,
better app to be on.
yep. Most of the time it's this spelling bee game that I'm like stuck on. Like, let me try shuffling this again, see if any new word comes loose to me. I go for the mini Wordle spelling bee just to wet the sand over there a little bit, and then finish it off with connections as my morning routine.
That same. I like that's when when I'm sitting outside with the dog. That's what I'm
Yeah.
doing. I love that. All right, question number two. What is something big or small that you're really good at?
Cooking, baking, I like to just challenge myself and pull from whatever in the pantry and see what I can come up with it. Because I live close to a supermarket, I've kind of changed my shopping habits over there a little bit now, and I try and see if I can like help reduce waste by picking up like one of those like reduced prices and things that they discount heavily every day, just to see if like, oh, I've never cooked with this ingredient before. Let me see what I can make with it.
Cool. Awesome. Do you have any specific rituals that help you get into your daily workflow?
Coffee is the number one thing for me. And once I sit down with my, at that point, second cup of coffee, and then I aggressively use on my MacBook like desktop spaces, which like segmented based on like what I need to be doing.
Oh,
So that's my
cool.
first thing is I switch over to my desktop space, which has my email, Slack, and everything else on to get like a general sense and oversight of my workday.
Got it. Cool. Awesome. Well, speaking of coffee, how do you take your coffee?
Black.
Got it. Easy breezy.
Yep.
Do you have any particular roast you prefer?
I go with the medium roast, more the light to medium roast. I do a pour over every morning, which is part of my morning ritual. It's to kind of just get the day started, doing that whole kettle thing on the filter, calms me down, slows my day down, um, tells my cat that I'm awake,
Got it.
and
Awesome.
she can expect food soon. So
So, next question. What is your favorite board game?
Um, it used to be Scrabble, but I haven't played that in a long time. These days, I had family in town earlier this year, and we ended up playing not exactly a board game. It's a tabletop game. It's left, center, right. It's super easy to pick up. You got two dice, I suppose, and then just the game is to win the entire pot, and then you get like chips, but we play with
Oh,
singles.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I've heard of
Makes
that
it more
because I've heard
fun.
of.
Yeah,
Yeah, cool.
yeah.
Awesome.
Very low barrier to pick up, or low barrier to entry to pick up, and loads of fun for the family.
Sure. Awesome. What's one thing you're currently trying to make a habit?
Baking.
Baking. So expanding the cooking into baking. Got it. I know.
Yep,
You owe me
and
some
chicken.
cookies in the mail.
I do.
All right. So, have you ever taken on a project or a client that pushed you out of your comfort zone?
I think one project in particular stands out to me as that, like kind of pushing out of my comfort zone, and that would have to be with um, the whole when GDPR was coming online.
Oh,
As a
sure.
startup, yeah, we didn't really have like an in-house legal team. This was like pre-acquisition days, right? We didn't have anything of that sort, but things were coming up, and nobody really wants to like take a look at it. And there's just a notion that doesn't apply to us. But I was like, there's like some things here that I myself have to shift my attitude on because I'm a data hoarder. And if you ask any of the engineering team, they would say that I hold on to as much data as I can. But ever since that, I was like really over the years, like shifting my perspective on our relationship with data or my relationship with data. I've come to like really appreciate GDPR and
Sure.
in every privacy law out there. But yeah, that was one that was out of the comfort zone, because one is, back in the day I wasn't like really thinking about it from a legal perspective, or like I'm not in the compliance game back in the day, and
Sure.
compliance wasn't really a thing that engineers or product like really thought about, like back in the early days, back in my day, right?
Right.
So it's something that I had to like really challenge myself on, and find a way to get people to be invested and involved, and appreciate uh, the benefits of being mindful of what we have out there.
Got it. Cool.
Yeah.
So, what's one thing that can instantly make your day better?
Coffee. I'll never say no to coffee. Um, Up to a certain time though. So whenever I'm like down, sometimes I would just, brew a fresh pot of coffee for myself.
Okay, so if you could snap your fingers and immediately become an expert at something, what would it be?
Um, AI.
Okay, sure.
It's
That's
a
fair.
broad field. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that because you're just like, man, like there's just layers and layers in there. So that's the super fair answer.
I know enough about it. I suppose I've got, out of like a 10-point scale, I would say I've like a 5 or 6 in there. um, Level of expertise. But I know that it's something that nobody is truly an expert on.
Mm,
Um, and if you are the true expert there, you actually realize that you are probably a 3 or 2 in your level of understanding of AI, because
sure.
you gain the respect and realization that, oh, there's a whole other field out here that's
Right.
covered by AI, but not explicitly AI, but you have to understand as well.
Sure. Got it. Yeah, that's the you hit the top of the mountain on one thing and then you're like, oh, there's a
Yeah.
whole nother mountain there.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
inverted. We're like
Yeah,
Hollow Earth over here.
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, last question. Don't overthink it. Describe the rest of your life in 5 words.
Cooking for World Central Kitchen. Is that 5 words?
Yeah, got it. So,
All right.
tell me a little bit more about that.
I think I realized that I really like cooking, and I think at the end of the day, uh, that's what my retirement is probably going to be like: setting up shop somewhere and cooking. And I would like to be able to eventually give back to the community there, as I'm doing that, and really serving the underserved.
Got it.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. And that's the Clear Voice Questionnaire. Thanks again, Mike, for joining us. And for anybody watching, if you have any content marketing questions, need any resources, or want to bring content marketing into your business, go visit us at www.clearvoice.com.